Good morning to one and all. I welcome you all for the today's session. So today we'll be discussing about the types of dynamometers. Okay. Previous class we have discussed about proving ring, that is force measuring device, and this is torque measuring device. Okay. These dynamometers are of torque measuring device. Okay. First of all, we'll go with mechanical dynamometer. So you all can see the sketch, mechanical dynamometer. These dynamometers are of absorption type. The most familiar and simple device, that is also known as Prony brake. In the bracket I have mentioned, that is mechanical dynamometer or Prony brake. It will be asked in the exam as mechanical dynamometer or Prony brake or absorption type dynamometer. Okay, remember this. And coming back to this sketch, you can see in the sketch there are two wooden blocks are mounted diametrically opposite on a flywheel attached to the rotating shaft whose power has to be measured. One block carries a lever arm and an arrangement is provided to tighten the rope which is connected. You all can see the arrangement here to tighten the rope. This, with the help of this knob, we can tighten this rope. Okay, this rope can be tightened, which is connected to the arm. The why we have to tighten that rope? The main thing here is the rope is tightened so as to increase the frictional resistance between the wooden blocks and the flywheel. To increase the frictional resistance between the blocks and the flywheel, we are going to tighten the rope. That's it. The torque exerted by the Prony brake is T is equal to F into L, where F is force measured by conventional force measuring instrument like balance or load cell. You have seen the triple M lab. Okay. Etc. The power dissipated in the brake is then calculated by P is equal to 2 pi NT by 60 in watts. Okay. And limitations for the Prony brake. Due to wear of wooden blocks, the coefficient of friction varies between the blocks and the flywheel. This requires continuous tightening of the clamp. Okay. The use of Prony brake results in excessive temperature rise, which decreases the coefficient of friction, leading to a brake failure. Okay. These are the things. Next, after completing this, I am going to deal with hydraulic dynamometer. Okay. This is the one more type of dynamometer, hydraulic dynamometer. That is hydraulic dynamometer. This is a simplest form which acts as a water brake. This hydraulic dynamometer which acts as a water brake. This power sink which uses fluid friction for dissipation of input energy and thereby measures the input torque or the power. Okay. The capacity of hydraulic dynamometer, the main thing, listen carefully, the capacity of hydraulic dynamometer is a function of two factors, that is water level and speed. Here, to maintain this system, we have to maintain the water level as well as the speed over here. Okay. The power consumed is a function of cube of speed approximately. The torque is measured with the help of this reaction arm. Torque is measured with the help of reaction arm. Okay. The power absorption at a given speed may be controlled by adjusting the water level in the housing. Okay. In the housing, where if you maintain the water level in the housing, you can control the power consumed also. Okay. And next, this type of dynamometer may be made in considerably large capacities compared to this Prony brake. Prony brakes are used for small capacities and hydraulic dynamometers are used for larger capacities. Okay. And why? Because Why? Because the heat generated can be easily removed by circulating water into and outside the housing of the system. Okay. Okay, and one more thing, you might have you can see here Trunnion bearings. We have drawn here Trunnion bearings at this end. At both the ends, the Trunnion bearings are there. These are used for used to support the dynamometer housing, allowing it to rotate freely, except for the restraint imposed by the reaction arm. When the restraint imposed by the reaction arm, that can be controlled with the help of the Trunnion bearings. In this dynamometer, power absorbing element is the housing, which tends to rotate the input shaft of the driving machine, but such rotation is constrained with the help of by force measuring device. We have shown here force measuring device, or it is nothing but a force measuring device is nothing but it will be similar to load cell. With this we complete today's session. Thank you for today's session. You can share me if you have any doubts. Okay, thank you.